My name is Shelaigh Garson. I'm a landscape designer and a permaculture designer. I specialize in permaculture design on land designing projects. My company is Everyone's Eden Landscape Design or Permaculture Design. And that's what I do. I help people grow food, start farms, make their own landscapes more resilient. I work a lot in climate change, mitigation, and just sort of practical applications of how we can move forward in making our land more resilient. Start with where you are. You know, don't get caught up in, oh, I have to have this and I don't have enough resources and I don't have enough support, I don't have land. You can start where you are. Literally, I was a single mom in a rental property on Salt Spring with a little bit of land and a neighbor who was a good gardener. Also, yeah, talk to people. Just network, and learn as much as you can. Because I've been doing this for 25 years and I learn something new every day. So I always encourage everybody to just sit, look, walk the property, walk around, look at where your different things, which we'll talk about in a second with sectors analysis, where your different elements are coming from. Where is the sun in the sky? Where is your water source? Where is there wind? Is there noise? Is there pollution? Stuff like that. And sort of jotting all those down and kind of take a full inventory. We always design from water access structure. So when you're doing your observation, when you're looking through your observation stage, you want to look, okay, where's my water resource? Is it a tap on the side of the house? Do I have well water? Do I have a creek? Or do I have a ditch? Does the city come and pile all their snow at the end of my driveway? That's a water resource. So you kind of look at water and then access. What are the pathways I take on a daily basis? How do I get from my house to my barn or my storage shed or my garden? What are the easiest paths of getting to places? And those are pretty obvious if you've done the observation and been on your property for a while. You know where you go and where your driveway is and where the main road is. Structures are the last thing, unless of course they're there, but if you're designing from scratch, you want to look at, okay, where am I going to put my structures? What structures are actually there? And structures can be anything from a building, from a chicken coop to a big industrial shed or a workshop or whatnot, but they can also be natural elements. So a rock bluff would be a structure. A stand of trees that you're not going to remove would be a structure. And you look at where your winter sun aspect is and your summer sun aspect. Specifically important if you're planning a greenhouse. So you want to look at the aspect of the sun in the sky, and there's lots of different tools online to actually look at that. It's the June 21st is the summer solstice. So the sun is highest in the sky and you get the most, it's the longest day. So you get the most sun on your property. And then December 21st is the winter and it's low in the sky. So you want to, plan your market garden or your greenhouse or your production, your business, your farm around that. Wind is very important, especially in Kamloops. Where does your winter winds come from? And kind of map those out on your base plan just by drawing, I usually do a colored arc. This is my summer sun, south facing, and here's where it rises, here's where it sets, and this is where I get it. So wind, sun, water. I'll look at where does water pool in my garden? Where is frost? Where's the last place in my property that the frost leaves the ground? Other sectors you might want to consider are pollution, noise. Do I live next door to an industrial site? Is my property right there and I don't want to see or smell or hear them? So then we would think about what kind of screening would best do that. Wildlife sectors. Where I get deer coming across my property, where do they generally, what's their path, and how can I mitigate that? Another one is wildfire. Where's your wildfire sector? Like, are you prone to, do you live on a slope that's completely treed? Because fire will always run up with the wind. So just things like that. Think about what your challenges are and what your resources are, and how you can design and plan your garden according to what your goals are.